Hey guys, so for today's video I'm going to be reading A Safe Home for Manatees, and I'm doing it soft spoken. On my last video, which will hopefully be up before this, I said I would do a whispered video and a soft spoken video of me reading some kind of marine life themed books. So if you prefer whisper, you can go over to that video. If you prefer soft spoken, you can go over to this video. But I'm going to be reading to you guys A Safe Home for Manatees. In the quiet stillness of the warm Florida lagoon, a baby manatee swims close to his mother. She chirps to him, and he chirps back. When she stops to munch the juicy water hyacinth, he nudges under her flipper and drinks her rich milk. Sometimes they nuzzle each other's whiskery muzzles as if they are kissing. When she goes to the surface for air, he follows. Just 3 months old, he is quickly learning all about his habitat. It's cute. A habitat is the place where something lives. Your home is your habitat. There you have the food, water, air, space, and shelter you need to live. Imagine what it might be like if one of those things was missing. Since the calf's birth, the pond-like lagoon has been the manatee's habitat. Here they have found everything they need to survive, but the lagoon is changing quickly. So, there's the person in their habitat and the manatee in their habitat. Manatees, like their distant relative, the elephant, eat only plants. To satisfy their huge appetites, they spend most of their time munching over 100 pounds of water plants each day. The baby manatee's 1,200-pound, 10-foot-long mother is hungry. She cannot find enough food. She's looking for plants. The vegan manatee. People are filling in the lagoon with dirt to create more land. Now the water is muddy and light cannot reach the plants. Without light, the plants cannot grow. The calf's mother must leave to search for food. Sad little baby. No. From the freshwater lagoon, the pair moves into the salty waters of the bay, where they cannot stay. Manatees need fresh water to drink, but it is getting harder to find because humans have changed many of their old freshwater habitats. So, the manatee is going out to the bay, but they can't survive there. The calf's mother travels the same route her mother taught her. Now she is showing her baby the way. But people are constantly making changes to the manatee's ancient migratory routes. They dredge and fill with dirt. They built dams and canals and even changed the courses of rivers. Many manatees become confused and lost. From the bay, the mother manatee finds her way to a river and fresh water. She searches for food, but where she once grazed, there are people and boats and danger. Humans put a dam because humans are annoying and dangerous. Varoom, the boat speeds overhead. The mother manatee quickly drops lower. She knows what the knife-sharp propellers do. The ugly scars on her back tell of times she could not get out of their way fast enough. Many people slow down when they see the caution signs, but more and more boats keep coming. Oh no, so sad. The two manatees continue on. It is growing colder. They must find warm water soon. They cannot survive for long below 68 degrees. They head north through the rivers, canals, and locks. The tall, heavy doors to the locks open and close, letting water in or out to help boats move up and down the river. Upstream, people are dredging and filling. The river is thick and mud puddle brown. The mother chirps for her baby, but he does not answer. She squeals for him. Still no answer. Somehow they have gotten separated in the muddy water, and two gigantic doors are closing. So sad. His mother calls again in loud squeals. Finally, a small squeal comes back to her from the other side of the doors. She moves toward the sound. The doors have not closed completely, but she cannot fit through the opening. She squeals as loudly as she can. Her baby returns her frightened calls. Mysteriously, the doors open wider, and she quickly paddles through. Mother and calf greet each other in joyful squeals and chirps. As they move on together, the doors thump shut. People who operate the locks watch closely for manatees. They help them get through the mess of doors safely. Oh, that's nice. See? Manatee with the baby. On the manatees go. Finally, they reach a natural warm spring. This is a sanctuary, a protected place for manatees. Several hundred manatees have already gathered here, but some are leaving. So many curious divers frighten them. Without the warm shelter of the spring, these manatees may not survive the winter. There's divers. The calf and his mother are among the strong, healthy manatees in the spring, but many are weak from hunger, injured, or sick from swallowing the trash and pollutants people dump into their habitat. More manatees. For the next 2 years, the calf will stay with his mother. With the luck, the winter will be mild. If we hope to protect him and his habitat, one spring he will leave his mother. He will go his own way, quietly munching, gently reminding us that manatees need a safe home. Oh, so cute. What? Manatees, also called sea cows, are marine mammals like whales or dolphins. They feed their young milk and breathe air as all mammals do. There are 3 kinds of manatees. The West Indian, which includes the Florida manatee, the West African, and the Amazonian. Shy and very gentle herbivores, they are completely harmless. Except for mother and calf, they like to be alone. But sometimes they eat, rest, play, or explore with other manatees. For almost 50 million years, they have roamed Earth's tropical lagoons, rivers, bays, and estuaries. Explorers and other seafarers, including Christopher Columbus, mistook manatees for mermaids, the beautiful half-woman, half-fish creatures of ancient myths. Once there were many thousands of manatees, but now they are in danger of becoming extinct. Today, scientists believe there are fewer than 3,000 Florida manatees. Of all the dangers to manatees, the most serious is their disappearing habitat. Here's a chart showing the manatees where they live. You can help save the manatees. Basically, this is just like a self-promotion thing, but that's what the kid from Manatee shirt. So, at the end of this book, also have another book that I want to read for you guys. It is I Can Read About Whales and Dolphins. Written by J.I. Anderson, illustrated by Pamela G. Johnson. Many strange and wonderful creatures live in the sea. Some are beautiful, some are unusual. Some live deep down near the dark bottom. Some are giant monsters. Others are very tiny. Many tiny creatures become food for the bigger ones. There's a big fish eating some little fish. The bigger creatures then become food for others. The biggest creature in the sea is the whale, and of all the animals, the blue whale is the largest. It's a blue whale. Whales are much bigger than elephants. Even dinosaurs were not as large as whales. Here we go. Just a comparison chart. Whales look like fish, but they are really mammals. Do you know the difference? Fish have scales. Whales have smooth skin. Fish are cold-blooded. Their body temperature changes when the temperature of the water changes. But whales are warm-blooded. They need protection from the cold. Under their skin, whales have a thick blanket of fat called blubber. Blubber keeps whales warm while they swim in ice-cold water. There's the whale, and then there's the fish. Whales are good swimmers. They flap their big, flat tails up and down. They use their flippers for steering and balancing. Whales have lungs and must breathe air. They can dive deep, but soon they must come up to the surface for fresh air. Some whales can stay underwater for over an hour. So whale flipping, then whale coming up for air. Look, a whale is spouting. He forces out the warm, exhaled air through two blowholes on top of his head. When the warm air meets the cold sea air, it looks like steam. The whale blows and blows until all the old air is out and his lungs are full of fresh air. Then, with the giant splash of his tail, he dives deep under the sea. His blowholes shut tight to keep the water out. Steamy old air. Let's go back in the water. Listen, the whales are talking special whale talk. Whales make strange clicks and squeaks that other whales can hear. Whales listen through a little ear hole on each side of their heads. Scientists think that whales find their way in the water by using a kind of echo called sonar. The sound of their clicks and squeaks travels through the water and bounces off objects. When the whale hears the echo, he knows where those objects are. There we go. There's another whale. Also, I don't know why they keep saying the whales are he. I feel like there's also female whales, but whatever. It's fine. Down they swim. A humpback whale stays close to her baby. He is called a calf. The calf did not hatch from an egg like a fish. He was born alive and already weighs more than a ton. The calf needs his mother's rich milk, just like other baby mammals. When he is 6 or 7 months old, the small whale is able to eat plankton. Whale and the baby drinking the milk. Plankton is the name for tiny plants and animals floating on the surface of the sea. Sometimes plankton is so thick that it covers the water like a green, yellow, or red carpet. humpback whale has no teeth. Instead, it has a giant strainer made of bone in its mouth. That is called a baleen. When the whale takes a big gulp of seawater, the baleen catches tiny fish and plankton for the whale to eat. So, instead of teeth, it has this stuff. If you guys watched Nemo, you know what this is. Just sucking up everything, getting the fish. There are many kinds of baleen whales besides the humpback whale. Plankton is their favorite food. Baleen whales are the giants of the sea. The blue whale, the largest animal in the world, is a baleen whale. Oh, there are the different whales, different sizes. Baleen whales sometimes travel thousands of miles to find the thickest and best plankton. In summer, they swim to the cold waters of the north. In winter, they make the long trip south where the water is warm. The giant sperm whale is not a baleen whale. He has teeth instead of a baleen, and he does not eat plankton. The sperm whale has to dive very deep to find his favorite food, the giant squid. Shows where they travel. Shows that he has teeth, non-baleen. He grabs the squid in his mouth. The squid battles back with his 10 long arms, trying to get free, but the whale usually wins and swallows the squid whole. Oh my god. These big creatures. There are many kinds of whales that have teeth. They all eat fish and squid, but none of them is as big as the sperm whale. All the different whales. They're so cute. I like the narwhal. Dolphins are members of the whale family. Some dolphins are even called whales. Pilot whales are dolphins that can grow as long as 28 feet. They travel together in large groups called schools. The killer whale is really a dolphin too. One of the most feared animals in the sea. He will eat almost anything that swims. Different whales, dolphins, and the killer whale. She eats everything. Like their cousins the whales, dolphins are warm-blooded mammals. They have lungs to breathe air, and their babies are born alive, not hatched from eggs. Sometimes a dolphin takes a nap just below the surface of the water. When he needs air, he flips his tail, and up he comes. He puffs out warm air through his blowhole and breathes in fresh air. Then he goes back to his underwater nap. So, there's a show. Dolphin. Little baby inside of it. And then another dolphin. Dolphins can swim very fast. They often follow ships, leaping and jumping high in the air. Many sailors think they bring good luck. Some ancient coins and medals show people playing in the sea with dolphins. Most dolphins are playful and friendly. Sometimes they let swimmers ride on their backs, or they save the lives of drowning people. Sometimes they help fishermen by pushing fish into their nets. It's cute. Dolphins are very smart. They can talk to each other by making clicks, barks, and whistles. And they find their way under the water by listening for echoes, just like whales. Dolphins have been trained to carry mail from an underwater laboratory up to the surface. They also have learned to bring a rescue rope down to divers in trouble. By listening for echoes, they find the divers. Really smart dolphins. Dolphins love to show off and do tricks. They can be trained to jump through a hoop, to catch a stick, and to play basketball. They can even make up their own games. A fish or small squid is their reward. Watch. The dolphin leaps high into the air to catch the fish. People love to watch dolphins play. They do not usually hunt or kill these friendly creatures. Just a quick side note, I don't promote putting animals in captivity, but this is what they're saying in the book. So, put them back in the ocean. But long ago, men called whalers hunted whales from small boats. They used a long, pointed harpoon. A long rope was fastened to the harpoon. As the whale fought hard to get free, he pulled the men along behind him. This was very dangerous. The whale could dive down and pull the boat underwater, or he could smash the boat with one blow of his powerful tail. Serves them right. Trying to get this whale. Let the whale live its life. Just saying. Long ago, whale oil was used for fuel in oil lamps. If the whalers captured enough whales, they could become very rich. Almost everything from a whale was valuable. Later, hunting whales became much easier when harpoons could be shot from a gun. Men caught more and more whales every year. Today, there are very few blue whales left in the sea. The bowhead, finback, gray, humpback, right, and sperm whales are also endangered. Yep, people suck, so that's cool. Thanks, humans, for just sucking a lot. But new laws have been made to protect the whales from disappearing forever. Maybe soon, the sea will once be home to hundreds of thousands of these gigantic animals. The end. So I hope you guys enjoyed me reading those books. I have a ton of kids' books, so if you want me to read more books or longer stories or less kid-themed books, then let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.